Since my knees hurt. Alright, so starting turtle, House is all sweaty, so perfect. Alright, so House is doing a good job here. He's shelled up, he's got his elbows on the inside of his thigh. Why is that important? Alright, well, if his elbows are wide, alright, I can get my hands in here, start attacking the collar, but it also opens up space for my knee, or if I'm just feeling up for it, I can just throw a hook in right away and turn my hip. Right? And now I've already got half of it back. Right? Just use that to start sitting out and just take it back right away. Right? Look pretty easy. And it happens. There's people that, you know, sometimes they're either really confident with their back escapes or just like their back defense, so stopping someone from taking the back. Or just, you know, they get tired and you're here and you don't cover the inside of your hips. So let's actually cover how to break that. So first, there's always going to be space. You know, I'm always going to be able to get a hand in. All right. If I make a blade with my hand, I'll be able to slide the hand in on either side. All right. So I'm going to attack the back side. So I'm going to make the blade of my hand. I'm going to attack the back side. All right. And I'm going to have to wiggle a little bit. You know, I have to corkscrew. All right. But I want to be able to get this right side. So the far side lapel. I'm going to dig from the overhook. And I'm going to grab the near side. So I go far side armpit, but I grab the near side. All right, posture up, House. See how I've got a cross grip here? All right. What that does is that allows me to stay really tight to his hips. All right. As opposed to if I grab the near side, I'm still, you know, I'm kind of tight, but not really. There's a lot of slack here. Like House can move back and forth and roll. All right. Where if I grab that far side, I feel like it really pulls me in tight. All right. So now when he moves, you see how much less movement there's. Every time he moves, he's just pulling me with him. If he goes up, I'm going to go up. If he goes down, if he goes left, he goes right. I'm not making any adjustments. All right? Go up, go down. Go left, go right. See how I'm not moving? All right? Or like a little bit with the up and down, but when he went left and right, not nearly as much. So that is why that grip is important. Now, I wanted to spend a minute to talk about that and show it to you guys. So really like drive it in of why we want that, that cross grip from the far side. My second hand, my free hand, I'm just gonna go 4-finger horse collar and like kind of roll and like kind of driving my hand into the back of his head. All right, trying to keep him down. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm on my toes here. All right, I'm hip to hip. All right, we know our good turtle position here. I'm gonna drive in and turn and face a little bit, and as I drive, I'm gonna punch the collar away from me to try to open up that space so I can drive my knee in. And I'm going to turn and face him, and I'm going to punch this knee in. I'm going to put some weight on his head, and I'm going to lift his hips off of his ankles. So I don't just sit here and roll his head. So I start driving. I can drop to my elbow if I want to for a base, but I don't want to go to my shoulder. I punch that knee in. I can drive to balance on his head. All right. If I feel like I'm gonna fall, just post on your elbow. Now that his heels are exposed, I can step over and I can drag. And I drag and I just bring my big toe planted on the mat. All right. Now, ideally, all right, and some of us might know this back take. For me to complete the back take, I would just fall to my hip, kick my bottom leg through, set my hip or my hook, hip out, second hook. All right. House, being the good purple belt that he is, right, the almost brown belt, he knows that that move is coming. So his only direction is to try to roll away from me. So hold on before you roll. Is to roll away, right? Because if I go to chase and he can over-rotate me, right, he rolls faster than I can catch up, right? Because I'm off to the side here a little bit. You know, I can get chest on, right? But he knows that if he over-rotates, he'll be able to win the battle. So if that was to happen, he goes and rolls hard. Oh God, he over-rotates me. He can turn in, right, and start fighting. He's in top position, he defended the back. So what am I gonna do? Well, for one, I'm anticipating that he's gonna roll away. So that's why the rolling back take is so effective. It's because I know he's gonna roll. So when I feel him go to roll, I'm gonna slide my back leg up and I'm gonna try to like hook my knee like on his hip because there's gonna be a little space here, and I'll do it slow so you guys can see. this knee will kind of slide in between his lat and his hip. Right here on like that love handle area, that's where that knee will slide as we hit the roll. All right? So I'm here, all right, I'm leaning heavy. I know he wants to roll because he feels me trying to pull him to break him down. So when he does, I slide and I tuck my chin. Right? I tuck. So now look on the, come over here on my left side. I stalled out just so you guys can see, but as I'm rolling, see how that knee pops up right in the love hand, right on his side. Below his lat, but above his hip. I still have my grips. This bottom hook is already set because that knee was the one driving into his ribs on the same side that I was on when it started the drill. So when we roll, his leg opens up and that hook will fall in place. Because once I'm here, I can let go for my overhook. I can cross my ankles, control his hips, stretch him out, and then I can hit my hook. And then I can set myself in. So I'll do it a little bit faster now. I told you guys I would talk not too much. Right. I'm in nice hip-to-hip turtle. I'm on my toes. I'm not on my feet or on my knees. All right. Belay that hand. I snake it in. All right. I don't want to grab high-ish. I don't want to grab I don't want to be choking up on it, but I don't want to be super loose where it's shallow. All right. So if you feel like it's you're having a hard time getting a good grip, you can reach over the top and feed, because I'm not hooking my whole arm here where he can look to trap and roll it. I'm just putting my hand in just to take out some of that slack, because my hand's already going to be there, Papa. It's already going to be there. All right. So I don't need to bury my arm. Okay. Get that 4-figure grip. All right. I don't go here. I roll it. All right. So now I push and kind of drive in. See how I punch this knee in? All right. Right here, I feel like I'm a little bit off balance. So I'll post on my elbow. I feel comfortable. I'll step over that back leg. I don't step and put my knee down. I just bring my heel to my butt and I'm on the ball of my foot. All right? So I keep this knee, my right knee, buried as deep as I can because it's gonna be my first hook. So now when House goes to roll, I'm gonna do a little bit faster this time. This leg is gonna slide up, over his butt, and towards his low back. Because as I roll, it's gonna wrap his side. So I start driving, he goes to roll. All right, I kept my head nice and close. All right, I didn't get a lot of space. See how my right hook naturally fell into place. All right, I let go of the horse collar so that I can get onto that shoulder. All right, I can keep this collar right here and just come underneath. I can grab my own sleeve. I can even go cross grip here. All right, cross gripping here is probably going to be best. All right, so now I've got 2 cross grips, really anchoring me down. I'm not choking him at all. There's no choke threat here. Right? But I have good position. He's going to bring his knees nice and high because he wants to defend. Cross my ankles, pinch, stretch them out, hook, and then I sink myself in and I can offset my feet to get into a modified body triangle. I'll do it one time fast so you guys can see what it should look like, okay, Han. I might have to show it twice because Han's here. Right. I'll show it one time fast. I'll break it down once for Han. You've seen the rolling back kick before. I got it. Here, speed. Right. I step. I know he's going to roll. Right. That time I cheated. I threw my hook in right away. Right. But I've done this move so many times that I try to naturally just throw my hook in right away. If it's not there, cross my ankles, stretch, hook, and then I can sink. And then from here, this is I guess a little bonus, is once I throw that hook in, I don't want my feet low, right? Which is like my base hooks because he'll turn and get his back flat. So a lot of people try to bring this knee up, right? So that I can't get a body triangle. So what I do is I just kick and I'll stack my foot. So I kick down, I'll stack my heel on top so that I can then retract my right leg. And now look, right? Not a body triangle, right? But it's close enough. I can step on it, scoop it, or actually go for that figure 4. Right? If you can't do any of those, right, don't cross your ankles. Don't do this. Right? This is bad. This will get you hurt. If best you can, is try to get here. Right? Whether you have this foot hook in the thigh, on top of the thigh. Right? I just don't want it sitting flush here where he can spin, get his back flat to the mat, and pull it on.